Coach, thank you. Well, no precipitation in the forecast, but we do have a cold night in store at First Energy Stadium on the southern bank of Lake Erie. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Pittsburgh Steelers. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's Mike. Rip right. Rip right. Watch right.
Now the third leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Mayfield to throw it, and it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Following the penalty, Chubb. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms, because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Easy. 50.
Roethlisberger. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Here we go.
23 yards on the play.
First down, Pittsburgh.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Bang, 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 bang. Hey, watch it. Spine. Snickers, 66. No. 22 and 44. Hey, orbit.
Now it's Roethlisberger. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Johnson's got it complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
They'll run with Snell. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on third down.
Check three, check three.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Boswell signed to a 4-year deal prior to last season, but he struggled a little bit.
Yeah, do you think that they saw 13 of 20 when they signed him to a 4-year deal?
Not at all.
Needs a big bounce back in 2019 if he wants to see the end of that contract.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
We got this.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Mayfield hands to Chubb on the draw. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
Run.
Throwing, Mayfield, and he whips that one incomplete there. The tight end, David Njoku, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. Now, you got a young quarterback. You know, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
It's 4th down.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down.
Hurry! It comes to me, it's me. 198. Watch 98.
They'll run for it. Chubb. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth.
First down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now Mayfield. That's into the hands of Edwards. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Good. 180. Check 55, Mike. Check pass. Check pass. Kill.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. From the gun, Mayfield. And he fires one, but incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They struggle to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Ready?
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. Check 37. Check 37. Shift. Watch the shift. Check 50. Check 16. Check.
From the 31, Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
A gain of 14. First down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50. 44. Let's go.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And a return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. They were looking for Johnson that time.
First and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
From just shy of midfield, Mayfield. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a first and 10. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a first and 10.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
On first and 10, Mayfield. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Let 180. You don't know no better.
To throw, Mayfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So after the incompletion, second and 10 from the 22. They'll run with Hunt on second down. And an alley to run. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, first and goal.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
180. Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got
Here's Mayfield. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And correct me if I'm wrong. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. The Steelers get it. The big fella. The 40. The 30. The 20. And all the way into the end zone, and that's 2 points. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Here's another first and goal, but from a little further back this time following the penalty.
under 10. Double. 10. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Here's Roethlisberger. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Washington with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys are back within a single score. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started.
Check the outs, check the outs, check the outs. Watch the outs. Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Mayfield on first down. And finding the tight end Hooper. Well, sometimes when you try to defend OBJ, you're going to get a PI call.
You might get a PI called at just about any point during his route. And I think a lot of teams have taken the whole philosophy of, hey, just go ahead and do what you have to do and hope eventually they'll quit calling it. But not in this case. They dropped the flag for the pass interference.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Mayfield on play action. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on second and 10. Mayfield now. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Ryan Switzer on the return. The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
First carry for James Conner. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Like that! 180! Check 50, check 50. Quarter! Hey, check! Mike 50, Mike 50!
Play fake to Conner. Now Roethlisberger trying to lay one up deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
So now, following the big play, they've got a first and goal all the way down at the 10.
Crouch! Switch it. Come on, switch it. Snicker! Show that bench release and go.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Looking to throw on second down. Mayfield. And he slings one that's incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target. And now it's third down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
The Browns on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98 to Mike. All day. All day.
Mayfield with it once more. That one is caught by Hunt. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
You got it. You got it.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Browns on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And it would appear he's going to be short of a first down as he stopped right around the 29. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Back deep for the Steelers, Ryan Switzer. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line. They decide against going for it on 4th and 1, maybe to the dismay of their offense, but hey, a nice consolation prize down inside the 5.
Nice consolation prize indeed. So maybe the offense is upset, but they showed confidence in their defense by punting it away.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this has not been their best half so far. They're down double digits already and now forced to operate from inside their own 5.
And what they have to do now is not curse their fate as much as focus on the task at hand. Inside their own 5-yard line, they've got to be careful taking care of the football and not turning it over for the defense to score additional points.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage.
Let's bring it. Why? Give Jack 16. Like 22's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Hey, pick it up.
On 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target.
Hey, Echo.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The former #1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Don't get nervous. Slam, slam, slam. Alert, alert. 50, 50. Mike 50. It's just me and you. It's just me. Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they finally get him down at the other 46. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Alert, alert. 29 to Mike 29. All right, here we go.
Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They go play action with Roethlisberger. And he finds a man with a crossing route. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. 7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Don't let him breathe. Play that shot deep. Don't let him breathe, defense. Check 9, check 9. No foul. Hey, Charlie. 50.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football.
Let's just call that play exactly what it is. Needed, because they wanted to get back in the game, and they knocked the ball free, and now they have a chance to do exactly that.
They got the chance. Now they have to take advantage. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw here, Roethlisberger. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
First down, Pittsburgh.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Check back, check back. Check 26, check 26. No. Easy. 77. Mike's 50. Hey, Zoo.
Roethlisberger going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Snickers, 66.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their third of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they missed a golden opportunity.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Jack 16. Tighten up.
Again, it's Roethlisberger. And this is caught off the deflection. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 35.
Now, that's a defensive coordinator's nightmare right there. You're covering everyone, and the guy's not even the intended receiver ends up making the play.
Right place, right time, I guess.
When that ball's tipped up in the air like that, you've got to go up and get it. Offense and defense, and in this case, the offense ended up grabbing it.
Check it out. Take both of them.
On 1st and 10 is Conner, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
That's what I'm talking about.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. Check. Hot route. Hot.
On the jet sweep, this is Johnson. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss. But with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
Mike 50, Switch up. Jim. Joker. Snickers, now spin. Twist.
They'll go with Snell here on 1st down. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
At the 9-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Switch. Snickers.
Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Eric Ebron, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Boswell good with the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Get ready.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
What?
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
What? 180! They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. They'll rumble for about 6, up across the 20 to the 22.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl. 198. Watch that.
Now on 2nd and 13. Mayfield. Quick hitter here. It's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. 55.
From the gun, Mayfield. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Mayfield now, 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. They'll go screen here to Hunt. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Going to the air again with Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
Another Browns first down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Mayfield now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
Mayfield now from the 50. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. And again, it's Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. An opening for Chubb on first down as he dashes forward for about 7. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 25-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Let's go, defense.
And again, it's Chubb. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2.
Touchdown, defense.
Mayfield toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Here we go, D. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Setting up the screen, this is Samuels. And he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Roethlisberger now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. On first down, it's Samuels. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Here comes the ball. I see you, boy. I see you.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Give me that ball. Hey, alert.
Check. Lucky. Hey, Mike's 50. Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
Hey, seam 6.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl cornerback Denzel Ward. Past the 20. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Ryan Switzer on the return. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
Take four. Alert 3.
On 2nd down, it's Snell. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
Hey, check.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
2nd and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 29-yard line.
And the Steeler 1st down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
They'll run on 1st down. Snell. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50.
Hey, exit.
Roethlisberger will throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Alert.
29 is the Mike 29.
They'll try and throw for him with Roethlisberger. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
check. Check 99.
Easy.
Kill. Turn up.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's second and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead because now the defense can't dictate with pressure.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Myles Garrett in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
It's third down and goal.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal?
Check 31.
Now it's Roethlisberger. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Jalen Samuels, his second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Boswell for the extra point. And they're able to cut the deficit to 12.
Makes the score Browns 36, Steelers 24.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Trucks through him.
Oh, man, right through him.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Now Chubb. And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
Second and 7 at the 39-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. A run for Nick Chubb. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. He finds Beckham complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Pistol.
55. Check. 55 mark.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And this is going to be incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll kick it away for the second time. little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Whip, whip.
50.
Watch the whip.
44. Hey, wahoo!
Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50. Here we go, here we go. Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He gets this one to Johnson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Here we go, here we go. Black 20. No foul.
Check this guy.
Black, back.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their fourth pick of the game. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
You go tight. You got tight.
Easy, easy.
You got tight right there.
Why they got?
Second and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 31-yard line.
Stop! 180.
Tight left. 3 now.
Ben to throw again. And his throw here's incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and it'll bring up third down.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
This offense was on the move. Now two straight incompletions have them looking at third and 10.
Nicholas, 66.
50.
To throw again is Roethlisberger. And the catch made by Johnson. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Mike,
Black 30.
I got you, son. I got you, son. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Shoot, shoot.
Jack 16.
From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Throwing again on second and 10. Roethlisberger, and that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a fourth pick, and it's third down. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on third.
He's checking crack.
Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, No flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They're going on fourth down. It's Roethlisberger. He may try and run for this. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Big Ben, with his size, sometimes it still surprises me when he can dance for a first.
He's a preeminent quarterback.
And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Extra point now by Boswell. And this is back to a 5-point game.
Makes the score Browns 36, Steelers 31.
So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least one play. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Down to one knee goes Mayfield, and that's all she wrote.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 44-yard line.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for Cleveland, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against
Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel, get a bird's eye view. Hotel, get a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks, I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Death comes in threes, wins come in twos, cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job, pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on, pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one, they wanna keep me. Pockets are dense, I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket, don't come with a coupon. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same.